Was that scary? I would prefer if you didn't dunk on me, but if it means a comment, go right ahead. Now, besides my ugly mug, I doubt anyone was really scared there. It was a simple jump scare. Not a lot there. It's no build-up, nothing clever, just a sudden sound and image. Horror movies do these a little better. Chances are a good jump scare is gonna have you jumping, hence the name. Even people good with horror will jump. There are plenty of famous examples of jump scares in movies. You have iconic ones, like the little red thingy guy in The Conjuring. Ones that'll get you, even with build-up, like in Wreck. Or even a cat. Jesus fucking Christ, there are so many cats. Why is everyone scared of a cat? Have you never seen a cat before? Okay, I got distracted. Sorry. Jump scares. Generally, even the well-made ones are just cheap little jumps to keep the audience on their toes. Or, for shitty directors, they're just the only way they know how to get a scare. Boo! Now, if these aren't scary, what do horror movies do to scare us? That depends on the person. The atmosphere of a movie like Alien creates a sense of paranoia that combines with great direction and acting to scare the audience. There are also horror movies like The Exorcist that scare religious people because devil. And then there's slashers like Halloween or Friday the 13th. They create a killer determined to kill and kill until nothing is left for no apparent reason. By the way, did you know that Jason isn't the killer in the first— Shut up! Shut up! But plenty of movies just don't bother, especially in the modern age. That's not to say movies are bad now. In fact, some of the scariest movies ever made have come out in the past decade. But the world itself is so much scarier than anything you can put on a screen, so it's kind of hard to be scary. But for those movies that decide to give up on scaring and just try something else, what exactly are they trying? Well, let me introduce you to a subgenre of horror movies called torture porn. Yeah, you can tell just by the name just how classy these are. The most famous series in the subgenre, as well as the movies often attributed with popularizing it, are the Saw movies. These things want one thing and one thing only: blood. And not in the way that a regular horror movie does. We aren't just killing. This is going to be so brutal, you will cringe. It wants to make the audience uncomfortable, to wince at the sight of what's happening. Quick aside, you know what's really fun about Saw, though? Everyone knows Billy, the little stupid fuck. But this old guy is the one behind everything. I mean, all the wild shit is some fucking old guy. But is he You know, he... I, okay, I know his name is Tobin Bell, but doesn't he look kind of familiar? Kind of like Dick Van Dyke? Yeah, you weren't expecting that one. Get fucked. That's 7, I think. Now, I guess I should just say now, if I don't want this video to get taken down, I need to be ridiculously careful with what I show for these movies. As I said, this shit gets vile. But this will also be a content warning, because while I can't show much, I'm going to describe some of it. So just a fair warning to everyone, this is going to be heavily censored and still pretty disturbing. Cool? Cool. So, you want to see a dead body? Terrifier. The slasher torture porn mashup had its theatrical debut in 2018, 2 years after it first premiered at the Telluride Horror Show. It is unrated and has spawned count them two, sequels. Terrifier 3, which is still in theaters now, has grossed over $50 million on a $2 million budget. It is hard to put it into perspective how difficult it is for an unrated movie to make that kind of money. $50 million is on the low end of the average movie budget nowadays. Making that kind of money with 2? Well, that's like...
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave! With a box of scraps!
Now, one may ask, what is a Terrifier? Clown. He's, a, like, really fucking evil clown. He is played to perfection by David Howard Thornton, who never makes so much as a peep in the role. The mute fuck is sadistic. I mean, he will kill, he will not kill, he will do whatever makes his target feel the most to spare. I'll only talk about the first movie in this video, so that's excluding all the supernatural shit, except for a little section at the end that we're not going to talk about. Now, the movie follows 2 teens who are on their way home from a Halloween party. Their car's tires get slashed after grabbing a quick slice of za, and then one of the girls leaves the other to go use the bathroom in a nearby building getting fumigated. Up until now, they had run into a creepy clown guy, but he hadn't really done anything crazy, just be sort of creepy. He starts by killing the Zabros, pour one out. Then kidnaps the girl who stayed in the car. He then kills everyone in the building, including a fumigator and said fumigator's buddy, who comes to check on it. Finally, the main girl's sister shows up to give the girls a lift, just a little too late. So she gets her face eaten by the clown, Art, and then he proceeds to blow his brains out in a standoff with the police, and the girl somehow still survives, just horribly disfigured. You may notice I have not mentioned names besides the clown, Art. This is for a very simple reason. I do not remember them. You aren't really supposed to. See, Terrifier decides to abandon the plot for some brutal fucking kills. The story is just there to have a reason for all these people to be within range of this killer clown. No, 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 not those ones. Without a way to call for help or really stop him. Instead of being traditionally scary, Terrifier just wants to put some grotesque images in your mind that you will see when you close your eyes. Those kills, by the way, are fucking rad. As mentioned earlier, one girl gets her face eaten while still alive, and we get to see her afterward. She doesn't look so hot. The clown himself blows his fucking brains out, as I also mentioned. Wonder how much of this I can show. Now, the most infamous kill in the movie is the girl who gets sawed clean in half, and not like hamburger, like fucking hot dog. Yeah, it's rad. And her best friend's watching, tied down, by the way. That friend is shot like 20 times. Art was not happy with her. We actually see him sort of break character and look pretty fucking livid. The last notable kill was some random crazy lady who lived in the building. She has her breasts and scalp sawed off so that Art can wear them and scare the sister by pretending to be her sister. I really should have learned their names. There is some disturbing stuff in this movie. It is torture porn at its worst, until its sequels, which are worse. And it gets its start by forgetting about traditional scariness. No atmospheric dread, no Catholic eeriness, no high concept horror. It's just a guy in a clown suit committing unthinkable horrors. Okay, that was fun. Spooky. A little bit of Halloween fun, am I right? I'm gonna try and get one more of these spooky videos out on the spookiest day of the year. November something. Woo! Deadlines! Other than that, leave a like, comment, and ciao.